Hi everyone. This is just I'm just. So every time it was just, I was called to operate and be functional and to write here with a magic pen. So I have some really weird stuff to announce. I've been working really hard, but having a lot of fun actually with what people call reality and experimenting with different realities, ending up in different dimensions, ended up being controlled by this automatic man that bad religion call that grabs you and starts moving you in a certain way to untwirl this magic lasagna tape that's all twisted, crooked inside you that you have to put straight in order to reestablish the normality of true powers of life on Earth. Because I noticed that after doing that, because I was the best. I might be the best because everything I change shows on social media the next day. And today I met the banana phone, the voice in my head, and I'm fucking blessed because I fucking stumbled on, though they called themselves crass, and they spent 2 hours following me in my head, playing around with photographs on Pinterest, combining them and making enchantments, magic objects, gateways, and all sorts of crazy magic stuff that actually works. Just and going through different dimensions and going through one picture and coming out of another one, and then ending up in this place where where time pauses, pause, time is stopped, and I even had to be in this place, in this painting. There's these toxic colored paintings with no saint areas or colors for evil people that kind of kill the spirit. I had to hide in one of those today for about 45 minutes at half dead state on pause so they wouldn't see me, so I'd be invisible in order to make a whole bunch of power objects for the resistance and sequences that will help and shield us and organize us and filter our air, give us new ways, color filters, fractal filters. Everybody got brand new colors. We just went D red, G, A, C, O, B, update, red, yellow, orange, blue, D, transform. That's a whole bunch of stuff going through your spirit right now. That's why you're fucked up. It's like a G pass. When you put the antenna on the ceiling and you drift, because when you hear the music, you have to kind of drift in the safe zone where it prints the knowledge on the tape and the collective mind soul. In this X structure or concept, inner circles kind of thing that grow bigger and bigger with a black core, white trapped ring, and black continuity to infinity, trying to keep evil trapped where it is and having no evil for the rest of the way. Inventing diagrams that isolate evil from good, put good in the core power, then they mix up, change places, it sifts through and globes and closes a ring around evil, closing it in. Then you shove it in your new universe. I've been playing around with universes in fucking bottles, testing shit out in colors and placing stars and constellations and trying to tie Orion's belt, but it won't snap into place. And those fucking constellations, you can make fucking traps with those and lock spirits and entities in those just by putting them in a two-dimensional dimension and locking around it. That's it. That's all. They're trapped in there. And I have the terrible news is that astrology is quite fun, but it might be part of the things that are keeping us mortal and in cage on this repeat infinity cycle that doesn't evolve fast, that just fucking makes money and destroys. So now is the time to rise, to fucking establish our money production, take control of what we do with money, redistribute wealth, feed the poor, get everything going in a collective way. We have to organize. We have to make them understand how good anarchy is, and peace and equality. So that's what we're working on, and we're destroying evil right now just by putting it in a blue bath and in the ocean. And then we're doing a whole bunch of stuff. We won't tell you everything because there's people that are actively following us and taking everything we fix apart and destroying it and desactivating whatever we get and make better. And sometimes you even have a time warp that takes us back every time we do something good, that voids it. So there's this force on the front. At last, I'm not alone. I have a dispatch picking up after me and helping me out and telling me what I'm breathing is deadly or not, or when helping me. I have this autopilot. He learned fucking level 50 wizardry, and I don't know where the fuck I learned to do that. I just go on this autopilot, combine a whole bunch of things that I know and don't know, and then create effects with it and functional magical protection that I put on YouTubers and people and musicians. And then I'm kind of growing an army from my living room, eh? I'm King Justin Anarchson, the one that got away 10 years ago with Justin Power. Will take care of that for you. We would say that on lip sync. When you would read the lips of the person speaking to you, I had busted the pyramid, but I didn't notice that's what I had done. I had infiltrated the trio on the top and printed my verse. So once in a 3 answers, it was my phrase coming out on the lips. And it was Justin Power. That's a power word. It gives my total will. And they're letting me test on the universe because they like my ideas. And since I've been confronted to the worst deadly kisses and I've dismantled the impossible, well, I'm the one that knows best how to fucking organize this shit and how to work this magic, this protection, and this dynamic property. And I've been discovering a whole bunch of locked up knowledge everywhere, and things have been locked into a toxic dynamic. The runes are not functional, they're locked into this cycle that repeats, creating I don't know what, probably something that's off balance. The magnetic north, I asked the fucking universe what the fuck that's doing. Well, it's killing us. We should be on true north. We don't need that fucking axis is doing something for them, but it's killing us. It's creating something, and every fucking thing they could manipulate and alter, they have played with. Everything is fucking locked the wrong way. We are on a time bomb, and we even wrote about it. And when we write stuff, it often happens, like Noah's Ark when the glaciers all melt. Doesn't that seem similar a bit? So I think we have to start to open our eyes, to realize, open your chakras, be spiritual, feel the energy, control your destiny, create a better reality. Talk to yourself, program yourself. Talk in a positive way. Say no evil. You will go through evil if you do so, and live evil things. And have evil things done to you. If you're always trying to get people sick, mentioning illness, you're the one that's gonna be getting there. Because you're fucking putting it into existence all the time. So what you gotta do is careful not bringing the past back, because we're trying to lock a check valve that locks and saves every time we advance in space and evolution to gain new abilities, knowledge, technology, comfort, happiness, and whatever goes with evolving, and to maybe save the earth and stuff and create new species, uh, vaccines, remedies, destroying illness. We have to destroy all and untangle all this fucking wiring that's been misplaced. Everybody's wired the wrong way. The first person you look at is not the right person you should be looking at. A lot of people are surrounded by toxic narcissists that are killing them, pretending to be their best friend that they have known for 20 years and still haven't noticed that they're fucking killing them. And my roommate and his friend spent 2 hours killing each other in front of me, and I tried to tell them that's what they were doing, and they don't even listen. And you see them every time he does this, the fucking ashtray goes like that. And he catches a glimpse of it every time. And this unconscious mind, he's being reminded every 30 seconds to have a smoke. And he doesn't notice that happening. And that it's fucking movement and a dynamic that's inside them that's creating that. And it's repeating itself every time with anybody. So there's a lot of that we have to erase. And then we're putting in, and then we're getting all this tea and this metal tasting stuff out of the gray and the dead zones. So where those white masked black-eyed metalheads that were in the dark zones, well, they're filtering. They're transforming gas into water for you, and even better, vitamin water and evolving water. So now we are trying to advance that way and to progress and to evolve. So that's why there's all this weird shit happening to you, especially people on my Facebook or that see one of my posts go by on social media or one of my videos. It provokes a black shirt to appear or a scarf or something black, and somebody a bit happier with a lot eyes that seem to understand something new and have gained a degree of happiness, of more happiness, kind of thing. They look like they're a little bit more alive since yesterday. And that they have actually not regressed for once, back to where they were the day before. Janice, I've been tripping around with Janice and all musicians. It's the only fucking friends I have. And they know what somebody, the best, like a Christ, like me, that did the fucking Stations of the Cross for 20 years, has went through exclusion, exile. When they say ostracized in the song, I flash, it's my word. Like when they say one and worse and small and big and best and a lot of bad words, the worst words, and a lot of the best words too, because I got to be black and white, being always a scapegoated and it all the time. Well, I had black and white piss falling on me. So I became some sort of hybrid that can live in both areas, that could speak white or black because of contact with criminals and dealers being kept depending on my life in this mousetrap and reminded every 2 minutes, every moment to do something like that. So that's what's happening with all these weird changes. I don't know what your perspective is. I actually get immediate response on Pinterest. People actually post their photo and I see the dress they're in after they went through this transformation. And I see them upgrade and get better and better dresses, and according to the ties, the dental, the fabric, the colors, the combinations, the stars, the hearts, and symbols, and whatever has been blended magically into the fabric, and there's different zones to create layering, protection, or effects, or vaping sprays, or regenerating sprays, or COVID sprays, or whatever, and whatever changed. I noticed they look more alive. I get some of the changes immediately just by scrolling a bit lower. Both these, it just updates itself as at the same time as reality does when you change something and evolve or get better. All reality just redirects. And our galaxy was going in the wrong direction. So I started attracting friendly galaxies. I played around with stars. I said they probably tampered with to create some sort of a negative resonance or something. So I shoved chaos in them and see how they reorganize, busted all the wires. And then there's the underground, we call her the abyss, and the underworld and hell and the stomach and the well and the den and the moor where and the desert and stuff and shit in the isolation areas where smoke pours out of your ears and all hell breaks loose where everybody's partying, going, we're metal! So you have special zones and lots of dimensions and shit. There's weird perspectives you can get in. You can test stuff. I get to this place where everything gets black, and then this other place where everything kind of dissolves to white, and they're telling me that I'm dying, and then this other place where I'm always heart attacking. I have all these, and then doors open, and there's like these black holes that appear, disappear, and randomly where I get away every time. I kind of know where they're going to be at. I'm always on this pure energy breath, never in taking death, even if I'm in a gas chamber. I'm immune. I built masks and shit and combined and used a periodic table and alchemical. I had fun with alchemical elements and like mercury, sulfur, salt. Your brain is melting. Mercury, you can feel it go down your brain. Because we're all like mercury. It's the three first elements according to alchemy that structures body, mind, spirit. And I don't know which one is which. I think salt is the mind. And the mind might have become, because of a racing effect, the creator of reality is thought. Because there's also the God thought, Thot, that with a long beak, that was emperor or whatever god with all the others, that clairvoyance, that raw eye means that you can have a third eye open and see what they want and see what's being happening and whatever people are thinking about and what energy is doing and lots of things. So they had lots of powers and they probably manipulated that energy to create their power. The pyramids, since they were aligned to Orion's belt, that has been snapped out of place and that I can't get aligned and to pop solid back to how it should be because probably the galaxy moved and all that and it's just not in the same position anymore. So the constellation, the arrows that holds the star together, they won't bend and they're too long or too short, so I can't put the constellation back to where it was. The fucking belt, the three-star thing, it just never hits dead center. There's always a point, a spike to where you're supposed to park it. You always have to kind of dig through it. This thing that doesn't want to install there, on everything you're fixing. Evil put a spike where you're supposed to plant the balance, where it snaps into its rightful place, and everything's symmetrical and well placed and all that, and where it has its true effect. So look at words. When you see the whole word appear and kind of point in a block, and it's the whole word, that word has its power. And look at photos and pay attention. They're moving. And you can see put your family there in your picture, and they'll pop up in the objects in front of you. Wherever you're at, they deploy into whatever you see and like. And evil takes what you like best. So you're always interacting more with evil than with good. Because 2 and 3 give you good things, and then start passing and flashing and smoke or something deadly between every pass. That's made to someone else. That continues perpetuously. Trying to kill a good night. Put a picture, look at their hands and feet. Elbow. The elbow's serving death to some sort of killer somewhere, usually. Exploding, distracting, and giving death. But sometimes it just opens, flips a dimension like that, and slips it between the pivot and shuts it without opening the dimension completely. So you don't really see it happen. But it's like if we had all these sheets that we can flip, flop, and to kind of travel this way in realities or layers into different dimensions that go kind of like left to right on a highway. And our highway is our dimension. That's three-dimensional and eternal, but they kind of can fold into sheets kind of thing, even if it's infinity, I think. But I saw this diagram telling me that I had a spiral shell thing, and that the second galaxy I created was this way. Because people are talking to me. Well, Crass is giving me a funny picture once in a while and helping out in my head, if it's really them. And I'm fucking proud. And I have really, they're taking good care, and I want to thank them all. Because I depend on their music, because I have so many roses. They would come and give me 2 roses a day. They just get a rose tattooed and you get kissed. You get a heart tattooed and for $50 you get kissed. An infinity symbol, you get kissed forever. And it's tattooed. And it starts over and over forever, whatever's happening to you. Or whatever you put in the stack, you put an infinity on top, well, it will do it forever. You take whatever symbol, it'll affect whatever. I could put a color in that wood, and it'll start spraying the color's effect and clean whatever. You do what these wire stone pendants and necklaces. The wires actually twirl energy up and create locks that protect the knowledge and the power of the stone, and that locks into tubes where they can't rise and come up here and command the whole wide world. Because what they do is they take possession of one and order one to do their will and to do the wrong thing and make everybody back into this destructive dynamic again. So that's about what I'm doing. So that's why everybody's getting black shirts all of a sudden, and that's why everybody gets dizzy once in a while, or gets all messed up, or gets all these envies to stare at their phone for a weird reason, or calls that won't stop. Because when we start breaking that shit up, they have notes. They actually take the icons of the Macintosh and magically use them without touching the computer and activate them, or use them as portals, or make them transfer information or algorithms to block entries. You can put diodes in corners of box and squares and fucking make energy go in the same direction around it and create a way with it. You can do whatever. You can put scissors on a fucking picture with a house with lawn and make the lawn cut itself. Just by putting the scissors on the lawn and locking the picture together. That's it, that's all. The lawn will cut itself.
Sorry, I'm having trouble understanding you. Let's try a little bit.
Alexa doesn't believe me. They're trying to control, because whenever those fuckers open up, they fucking cast a spell on you. Those and Siri has fucking 2 deadly colors in that fucking flash, you see, in that artificial intelligence thing. That powder blue and the turquoise are fucking poisonous and lead to dependence and fucking addiction. You fall on an addiction recipe and fucking crash course with a dead end on those colors. Just meet negative people and death orients and everything leads to death, and you're gonna die faster on those colors. And 2 of the 3 colors in that circle are those colors. Hopefully there's a blue on the background, so you just shove everything in the blue and get rid of whatever those 2 evil colors gave you. Then it has a purple, but that's the dependent one that plays with temptation, and that can manipulate you and make you do destructive stuff with that temptation. So the purple one, the guy not completely good yet, and she's purple. She's always available. So she likes to fuck around. So she's hard to have as a girlfriend because she might just be looking around or talking a lot to other guys all the time or something. Maybe. Maybe does that because the making makes her and Barbie kill Rick. Barbie tue Rick. Barbie tue Rick is those medication that kills Rick. with Barbie kills him with it. Barbie tue Rick. So I'm going to continue making formations and getting the army, the resistance bigger because I was alone and I was fucking naked. And there was this great big highway leading directly to the fucking cockpit where anybody could just take control of me all the time. And I'd always be fighting against a fucking almighty father and whatever. And so now I want to thank everybody for the help, music for cleaning my mind like that all the time and putting all this knowledge into my mind. I learned to do this craziest magic and this craziest bird language. I learned to notice non-verbal elements and decoration and whatever colors and significations to discover a hidden war and a whole bunch of shit, eternity, eternal life, the universe, magic. Well, we're going to live enormous changes. And I'm taking the risk to look like a really crazy person by announcing this. But get ready, in a year from now, you're going to be casting spells. So let us go, be strong, and you might be transformed into this hyper advanced manga defender that casts boomerang, spray sprites with I don't know what that kills titans. You never know. You might be creating your own universe. It's the Epica says, design your universe. They're the ones that woke me up. I want to thank them a lot. And all the Metal Gang, Arc Enemy, Nightwish, and all the grindcore that purged me with that vomit. The punk rock, the folk punks that make me love folk and acoustics and the folk, the Devil Makes Three, and so thanks a lot to musicians, and that's why everything's fucked up and weird shit's happening. It's because we're playing with the universe, and sometimes we test extreme stuff that change fast and people notice outside of the bottle. But we're testing in the bottle now, so don't worry, you won't evaporate. So this was I gave the crown away to the eye, and kind of approved the one for all and one all for one kind of thing. So I just want to let you know, express yourself truly and with virtue, and right here inside you on the pad, on love, that will filter true knowledge, that will make us evolve and write our fucking intellectual possession and luggage into history and make us be great and all that. So express honesty, fight evil, try to be aware of your consciousness, what makes you do what, and why did you do this, and when did you do it, and what did you feel before you do it, and where did it lead to, what object leads to which one, where does your focus take you, what happens when you focus, to concentrate on the top of your head, to try and hear voices that are hard to hear, that you might hear in the background. In Quebec, we have this show, it's called The Voice, La Voix. That's exactly to hide the real telepathic voice that right wing has been hiding for 2,000 years, killing all pagan religions with their Christianity, and casting priest spells that blessed dictators like Benedict would piss on a pyramid, scaring everybody with a corpse on a stick. So get out of that cage, Come visit the universe, express yourself, and create your universe. You're totally free. Now, you are free. Breathe up and breathe intake energy. Or do what the fuck you want, like leaning on love. Left or right, the pole is here.